Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal Mr. Butter coming back at you. Today I want to get into a pair of kicks. I think they're heavily slept on. The quality is always great and the style is next level. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's take a look at these Form Low ADVs in the gray and black colorway. Alright, so if you've been around the channel for any amount of time, then you might remember that there was a season where I just went heavy on the Adidas Form 84. For me, it was just nice because it was a breath of fresh air. I really never had my first pair of them until a couple years ago, and I fell in love with the silhouette. I fell in love with the quality, and too, it's just so refreshing to have a pair of shoes that is new to you. Along that line, I've been grabbing Sauconys and even some Asics lately, and those are both brands that are new to me, but again, it's just refreshing to get something that isn't the same old Nike Dunk, isn't the same Jordan. All that being said, I really like these. It's something different. You don't see everybody wearing them. They're so easy to get. I found this pair actually on the Premier website. I was grabbing a pair of the 2002 Rs, the olive pair. Be on the lookout for that review because I haven't even made that yet, but it'll be coming soon. I'm a huge fan of all those Protection Pack or Refined Future 2002 Rs, so I'm looking forward to making that review for y'all. Today I want to get into a Form 84, and this is actually an ADV. The ADV branding just lets you know that they're going to be built more sturdy, there's going to be extra stitching, and these shoes are going to be made to take more abuse than what your standard Form 84s are. It came in a plain black box. Most of it is just a flat black, but then you can see those Adidas 3 stripes kind of in a glossy finish going down the middle. The tag reads Form 84 Low ADV. The colors are carbon, gray 2 and gray 3. Like I said, these were affordable. There's a whole lot of options of colors. They're easy to grab and you don't see everybody wearing them, and I'm a fan of that. So enough of my yapping, let's get right to it. Whenever I saw these, my immediate thought was just that the colorway was similar to the Shadow colorway of the Jordan 1. I don't have any Jordan 1 highs in the Shadow colorway, but my golf shoes are actually the Shadow Jordan 1s, and I love that pair. I love the way that they look on feet, and just gray and black, it's hard to go wrong with that. You can wear it with pretty much anything and it's going to look good, and I think these look really nice, both in pictures and in hand. This upper is primarily a suede, and as I said before, the ADVs are made to take more abuse, and you can feel, they kind of feel a little bit heavy in hand, but they're definitely thicker and more sturdy than what your standard Form 84 Low is going to be. I went through a period where I was grabbing every Form 84 that I saw, and now I've got a crazy collection of Form 84s, so I kind of pumped the brakes on it a little bit. And I wasn't expecting to grab this pair, but I think these will be easy to rock even heading into the fall and into the winter time. I think they'll be pretty forgiving, and I think they'll stand up to the abuse of the elements and that sort of thing. So I plan on wearing these soon and wearing them often. Stick around to the end because I do plan on throwing these on feet. We can talk about sizing and you can see how they look. Getting into the review, we've got a standard Form 84 tread pattern. I like how the perimeter is all black, but then for the suction cup here under the forefoot and then here under the midfoot, we've got this nice shade of gray. I just think it looks nice and clean. I love all these Adidas trefoils that they have in the traction. Then as we come up the shoe, you can see that that black outsole material meets a bright white midsole. We've got some Adidas branding here, and all the stitching on the midsole is bright white as well. I think that bright white looks really clean against these dark colors. Then here on the inside of the shoe, like all Form 84s, we've got that Dillinger webbing, and it looks like the foam is gray, but then the netting over top is black, and I think that's a cool detail. Very classic looking. And of course, these being the Form 84, they did come out in 1984. This was originally a basketball silhouette, and there's pictures of Michael Jordan wearing the Form 84 highs, playing basketball in them before he signed his deal with Nike. I always think that's a pretty cool little tidbit of information. But just up from that Dillinger webbing here along the base of the heel, we've got this hard plastic heel anchor, and that's in a black color. And then as we come to the upper of the shoe, it's just all primarily a nice thick suede. It's not the softest suede that I've ever felt. It's pretty short hair, but it feels like it's going to be really durable. Like, it really does feel like you're going to be able to punish these things and they'll hold up. This is an ADV, so it's got extra rows of stitching, and you can see that there on the mud guard that there's 2 rows of stitching. And then even like these leather panels in the back, there's 2 rows of stitching there as well. The base material that we see on this upper is a gray color, and you've got perforations there on the toe box, but again, it feels like it's a nice, pretty durable suede, and I just love the combination of gray and black together. But you can see that gray suede here on the side as well. Over top of that, we have our 3 stripes, and that does feel like that's a synthetic material. But aside from that, I think the rest of this whole upper is nothing but a decent feeling suede. We don't have a strap like the classic Form 84s on this pair, and I think that these are kind of like flaps so that you can either lace them just underneath, or if you want, you can take the laces through those flaps as well. We've got our Adidas emblem here on the outside of the shoe, and that's in a grayish, almost cream color, but I think it looks really nice on there. For the tongue, we've got a black nylon material. It's similar to how Jordan tongues and Dunk tongues feel. This isn't really padded like an SB Dunk tongue is, but it does feel like it's more heavy duty than what regular Form tongues are. So it's not as thin as a Jordan, but it's not as padded as a Nike SB Dunk is. The tongue is black and it has black piping, and then a black tag at the top with gray Adidas branding. They gave us some flat black laces in this pair. I don't think it came with any extra laces, but I think those black laces look good in it anyway. Our sock liner is black, and the insole is black as well. On that insole, it says Adidas, the brand with the 3 stripes, and below that it says For Skateboarding. So that was a quick in-hand look at these. I'm going to go ahead and throw them on and let y'all see how they look, and we'll talk about some sizing. Alright, so I got them on feet, and they definitely do remind me of the same color blocking as the Shadow Jordan 1s, which I'm a huge fan of, but obviously you're not going to see many people walking around in these, and I like that too. This being an Adidas ADV, it is a skateboarding shoe. A lot of people go a half size up in Nike Dunk SBs just because they're more bulky and you kind of need a little bit more room, but with this pair you don't really need to go up a size at all. I think Form 84s tend to run a little bit bigger anyway. I always go true to size in Forms just because I have a wide foot, but I have had people tell me that they like going a half size down in Form 84s. Overall, they do run just a little bit bigger than Jordan 1s and Nike Dunks. On feet, they do feel heavy, and they definitely feel like they're built to take a beating. I do think that with this pair, you may need a little bit of a break-in period. They do just feel a little bit stiff, and even the upper of the shoe feels a little bit stiff. I think that this suede is a pretty thick material, but that being said, I really like them. I don't think that they would cause any discomfort long term once you break them in. I think that they'd probably mold to your feet and end up being really comfortable. Here's a little bit of that top down look. And again, I'm definitely getting Shadow vibes. Let me know down in the comments if you've ever owned a Form 84. It's from that same era as Jordan 1s and Dunks, and it was a basketball shoe to begin with, but I really like the retro style, and I love how unique they are, because I rarely see anybody else wearing them. Alright, well hopefully that was enough to give you a good look at these Form 84 ADVs on feet. Like I said, if you're not feeling this colorway, but you like the silhouette, I would just go on Google and search for Form 84 Low ADV, because there's a ton of color options available. They're easy to get, and I think the value is really good for the price point. Let me know what you all think about these. I appreciate you all watching so much, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out.